Good morning, I'm Amethyst of Amethyst Healing and Energy Changes Lives. Welcome to today's guided group healing. We're going to start today with a relaxation exercise, followed by a short grounding guided meditation. Then we're going to do an energy exercise together. And I am going to wait and show you how that goes because frankly I'm not quite sure. And I have allergies today, so occasionally a tear is gonna fall because my allergies are mainly in my eyes. Anyway, after our energy exercise, we will close with a gratitude declaration. And I encourage you to come up with your own, write it down and declare it daily, if not hourly. Tell the universe how very grateful you are for the things that it has provided for you, whether you think you did it or not. Be grateful. Doesn't cost anything. So we're going to start with our relaxation exercise today, and we do that by pressing on the third eye. You can use your index finger, your thumb, it doesn't matter which finger you use or which hand you use. Going to go ahead and press on that third eye. I'm going to come down just a little bit. I can tell that's the better spot. And when you press on your third eye for a period of time, it helps to release the feel-good hormones, the endorphins, the serotonin, and the dopamine. And once those feel-good hormones start flooding your body, the body responds by relaxing, releasing, accepting, and release your finger. Usually I'm pressing hard enough to get a nice red dot. You can kind of see it there. Get those curls back where they belong. And notice anything in your body. I can sense right away that my shoulders, upper back, and neck have released somewhat. It's not a miracle button. Well, maybe it is for some people. For me, it's not a miracle button, but it does help ease me into this next step in our guided group healing, which is a short guided meditation for grounding. We do these first two steps in order to best prepare our body to receive the energy we're going to be working with. So find a comfortable position and take a few deep breaths. Close your eyes. And bring your attention to your root chakra at the very base of the spine, the very tip of the tailbone. This is your root chakra. And in the root chakra lives the most basic things of life: home, food, water, hydration, family, tribe, community, security. All the basics to life live in the root chakra. And from your root chakra, visualize, imagine, or pretend one thick, strong root growing straight down into the earth. Send your primary root down as deep as you wish. And from this primary root, visualize, imagine, or pretend 1,000,000 secondary roots. Secondary roots growing out in all directions, firmly anchoring you to the planet. And it is through all of these roots that we're going to tap into the earth energies, those grounding energies, and bring those energies up into our energetic bodies. And so with the next deep breath, take a long drink of earth energies, drawing them up through your secondary roots, filling your primary root and flooding your root chakra as if we're drinking water out of a straw. Another deep breath, another long drink of earth energy, rising up to the level of the sacral chakra, just below the belly button. And this earth energy can be visualized in any color you wish. The energy spreads out to the hips and overflows down the legs, to the knees, to the ankles, filling the feet and all 10 toes. Another inhale, another long drink of earth energy, allowing it to rise up to the level of the solar plexus, so that the entire digestive system is now glowing with beautiful earth energy. And that earth energy helps to make our digestive system run perfectly, efficiently, extracting nutrients from what we eat and drink and excreting the waste product, that which no longer serves us. Nutrients in and detoxing, and fiber moving out. Another deep breath, another long drink of earth energy, allowing it to rise to the level of the heart chakra in the center of your chest, bathing the respiratory system, the lungs, those beautiful machines that exchange oxygen for carbon dioxide, in with the nutrition, out with the waste products. All of this happening without an ounce of energy or attention from us. And now bring your attention to a point above your head by about a foot or 30 centimeters. And visualize, imagine, or pretend a sphere of divine energy simply hovering over your head. At the base of the sphere, there's a little trap door, so go ahead and, in your mind's eye, open that trap door and allow an endless stream of divine energy to come pouring into the top of your head. And it fills to the level of the third eye, bathing the face, the eyes, the nose, the ears, the cheeks, the lips, the chin, moving down the neck, out to the shoulders, overflowing down the arms, to the elbows, down to the wrists, filling the hands and all 10 fingers. And continuing down into the upper chest, finding its way to the heart chakra, where this divine energy mixes and melds with the earth energy already present there. And check and see what that feels like in the heart chakra as these energies combine or simply swirl around each other in a lovely, lovely dance. The energies form a small sphere about the size of a marble, which begins to expand very quickly to the size of a ping pong ball, and then to a baseball, softball, volleyball, beach ball, larger and larger until the sphere is large enough so that your entire body fits inside it. And take a deep breath. Once again, check in with the physical body and see what it feels like to be surrounded by this beautiful mix of energies. And if you don't feel it, that's perfectly okay. And if you do feel it, memorize that feeling. How do you memorize a feeling? Remember it intensely. And this is our sacred space to which we return each Sunday morning in guided group healing. And take a deep breath. And today, instead of doing an energy transmission, we are together going to do an energy exercise. In order to best live our lives, in order to attract that which pleases us, instead of attracting that we are afraid of or feel badly about. We're here to have a good time. We're here to be blessed with abundance and lightheartedness and joy and calm and peace. And in order to attain all of that, our steps include raising our vibration. We each vibrate at a certain frequency, and our emotions are a guide as to how we are doing. If you are trapped in fear, or if you are trapped in disgust or shame or worry, none of those things feel all that great. So in order to move up the ladder, and it may simply be a little step from disgust to not so disgusted, a little more neutral. It could be a baby step, or you may choose to just run up the ladder and find joy beginning to blossom in your abdomen for no reason at all, other than you have decided to lift yourself up, to raise your vibration. And so for the next few minutes, visualize yourself sitting or standing or lying down on a disc that floats in midair. And how far off the ground are you? and I'm coming to join you on my disc. I find each of you individually, either on live or replay today or at some future date when you decide to listen to this guided group healing. I'm on my disc and you are on yours, and we face each other, perhaps standing, perhaps sitting. We reach out to each other with both hands and join hands. Your left in my right, your right in my left. We're facing each other, floating on our discs above the earth. We can have our eyes open or closed, however you wish. And let's bring to mind a situation, real or imaginary, that lifts our spirits. You can't think of anything that has ever happened or could happen to lift your spirits. Take a few deep breaths, calm yourself, and look again, or make it up. From time to time, when I'm in a restaurant or other public place, a baby or a very young child will stare at me. It's happened a number of times, not every day, not every restaurant. They stare at me as if they see something very special. Only happens with very young kids. And when that happens, it brings me such joy. So that's the image I'm thinking of, as together our discs slowly begin to rise. Bring to mind your joyful experience. Focus on that. Focus on that feeling it brings you. Let's bring ourselves up. Let everything else drop away. We're only focusing on that situation that has brought us joy. Or maybe it's even just peace or a feeling of neutrality, of calm, wherever you wish to be, however you define a good feeling emotion. Our emotions guide us. Find that glimmer, that little spark, and expand it. What are you thinking of? As our discs begin to rise even higher, bringing even more joy and pleasure, perhaps other lovely memories are starting to play as if it's a movie of only things that twinkle, only things that glow, and our disc continues to rise very slowly, higher, higher. Feel it in your body, feel that good feeling. Stay with the emotion. As you begin to vibrate higher, open the crown chakra. Just visualize it, imagine it, or pretend. Let it open and receive universal energy. Receive the energy that is the light of source. And as you receive it directly, without the assistance of anyone transmitting it to you, receive that energy directly from Source and set the intention that that energy begin to work in your favor to create a new memory of something wonderful happening to you, something that brings you more joy. Perhaps you'll direct it in an area of the body that needs some comfort. Perhaps you'll direct it at the emotional body to help sweep free of regrets, of any emotional baggage that's keeping you stuck. Perhaps you will simply accept this source energy in accordance with your highest good. May that energy serve you in a way that's better than you could ever have imagined. Accept that source energy. Let it fill you down to the toes, down to the fingertips. Every strand of your hair is glowing with the light of Source. And now in your physical body, feel your very physicality. The weight of your body pressing down on the chair. Notice that you are physically human. And at the same time, a perfect extension of source energy. There are two yous, the physical ego self and that spiritual self that is pure light. They coexist, the higher self always cheering you on, always guiding you, always wanting what's best for you. And your very physical self, here on the planet for 1,000,000 pleasures. Love, eating chocolate, gazing at a waterfall, 1,000,000 pleasures. As we feel our physicality, let's choose to align with our spiritual self. Become more aware of our godlike energy. Become aware of all we can be while still remaining in this physical body. Opening ourselves up to all the pleasures and the good sensations and feelings that we came here for. We're still on our discs, we're still holding hands, and notice how much higher we have floated. And notice how we feel in our physical bodies. Let's just stay with that for a minute or so in silence. Take a deep breath and exhale through the mouth with a sigh. One more. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Roll your shoulders. When you're ready, you may open your eyes. How are you feeling? Still a little floaty, still a little bit up there. That was a nice energetic journey to take together, so I thank you for joining me on that. We're going to end with a gratitude declaration. And I encourage you to write your own, which you can tweak every single day if you like, as your gratitude shifts a little each day. Here's my current version. Today, wherever I am, wherever I'm going, whatever I'm doing, I am in conscious awareness of my higher self, guiding me, supporting me, uplifting me, inspiring me, loving me, having fun with me, appreciating me, acknowledging me, empowering me, showing and assisting me. I acknowledge that I am a physical extension of that same source energy. I'm eternally grateful for the instruments of thought and emotion that guide me to be, do, and have all I desire. Thank you. And I wish you an amazing week. I will see you next Sunday.